testing, 1 2 1 2.
So it should be the mic input. It's connected via USB. Oopsies. Why is that? It's really loose. Yeah, you're not getting any input through that? Listening, continuing.
He said he had it going yesterday, so
Yeah.
assuming Travis already.
How do I get out of the menu? Yeah. Okay, so that should be.
It's picking up audio.
Yeah, so the problem is between this
Yeah.
PC. Well. You good? Oh, well, that's probably why. Oh yeah, put the volume back through the
Hello. Can you hear me through the?
Let's not have a good day.
Can you hear me? Testing.
Yeah. Well, it's already coming through. It's just.
So you're getting it?
Testing 1 2. Yeah.
Give me a listen.
Testing 1 2. This is a test of the microphone. It is very drained out.
Can you
That's probably because
flip it back
48
through
volts is on.
OBS rather than the Windows?
Oh yeah, we're just getting it to the point where it's actually got volume
Okay.
coming through. So it's already there. It just sounds like shit.
How are you for this track? How are you adjusting
Into the mix. From the Pi into the mixer. The mixer going into the capture card into here. Talking about the.
Hello. Oh, that still sounds bad.
Yeah.
Tuna. Let's try tuna. I don't know what calibration does. Why is the sound so low? Interesting.
It's not great. There's a lot of green in it still.
So, I'm not getting a lot of.
color temperature
Well,
before it?
that's it. Pretty much. So that's the best.
Oh, what is turning this to?
I don't think
Does that
there's
sound better? No. So, if I talk into it, you should be able to hear me.
Change your chroma key to a different color if that's more helpful.
Now you should be able to hear me again. Okay, why is this not working?
Or I can just set the background to transparent.
Bro. it might be better. How do we change that chroma to white? You know how to. Yeah.
So, like, I'm talking. Oh, actually, you know what you can do? Go to OBS. I'll let you do your thing first, but for the microphone, I think I can fix it maybe. If I just put this, where will the announcers be sitting?
Yeah.
There?
So, yeah.
Alright, well, let's say they'll be like this far away from it. What are the levels I'm getting? Very low. How do I turn up the. Does this help at all? Does that help my levels go up? Levels. Testing, 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 testing. Testing, 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 testing.
I know where it's coming out as white because this is an ingested HDMI output from this.
Yeah.
That's why. Because green and transparent are the only options that came up immediate.
Oh,
Oh,
it's working.
it's gone back to green.
That's going to green.
Yeah. The issue is that there's just such a large green haze over everything.
Yeah. Is that just the camera though, or is it just like if you can you just disable the source for me and just go to the camera by itself? Like it looks like that anyways.
If we put that back on.
Yeah, it's just the camera.
It's just the camera.
You can if you want to make it.
The camera that has that hue to it.
So if you want to make it look a little different, you could probably.
Yeah, let's play around with the camera settings.
I mean, these cameras don't really have a ton of settings, but for audio though, I guess I have to come up with this.
Everything's green box. There we go.
Audio input. I guess you could just crank it, but still, then like you can barely hear me in the.
Well, I've got this. This is directly listening to it, so we're going to be hearing at max volume essentially there.
But even then, like you can see. Oh, actually, that's not too bad. Oh no, that is pretty bad for audio levels. Like you can see, like for dialogue, like people speaking, you want it like kind of just up in that yellow.
The issue is if it's shit quality coming in there, we enhance it here to make it loud. It's just going to sound shitter.
Yeah, because it's digital gain. But at the same time. I did put an effect on it.
I can set the chroma key to a different color, but I would have to manually.
It'll be right. We'll fit around with the camera, see if we can get it better.
Have you got?
Well, welcome to the game that we're playing today. Hey, I'm a presenter, and I'm trying to talk to you. Zoom recorder is recording my audio, but not doing a very good job. What are the levels I'm getting? Hey, how's it going? Those levels are pretty bad.
Oh, there's one here.
Does Phantom being on help? Just strange as hell, bro.
Best to go for those overlay panels is show your team rosters during the Type 2 derby and for a little while during halftime. If ThinkPad
Right now.
Let's put that over there.
Yeah. Hello, testing the levels when I'm talking to you.
That should be
It's still not coming.
It's just the presenters are over there, so it's not optimal.
Well, hello there. I'm presenting and I'm talking into the microphone and you still can't hear
that
me.
can probably be tucked behind.
It's gone on an angle. Should be alright.
Why, hello there. I'm testing the microphone to see if it works. So this should be with no effect.
So who's developed this software?
increase the input volume on this microphone.
I think it's just shit.
Yeah, I don't know how we got it working yesterday. You might have to get him to have a look at it
He
again.
did say it wasn't very good.
Alright, well I just the thing is I just genuinely can't hear myself on the stream. So is there anything you want help with over here?
Just trying to make it less I guess.
Yeah, look, honestly, you could probably come to the video capture input on OBS and do some color stuff to it maybe, but I'm not really...
Get in there. Get in there. The microphone isn't great. We've tried. Is there any other microphones involved?
I can try and get some adapters to put. I've got some in the camera that you can plug into the back.
That'd probably be better.
I'll give those a go.
Yeah, if you want to make it, like if you can't get color looking good on there, there's color correction you can do through OBS. I just haven't done it before, so I'm not sure how it works.
Is that better?
That looks more green. Oh, what you want to do, if you want to set auto white balance, do you have a sheet of paper?
Sorry?
Do you have a sheet of paper? Like a blank sheet of paper somewhere?
Let's take it out of there.
That should look a bit better now. Look more natural.
Yeah, that's so much better actually.
Is there anything else you want help with over here?
No, I was going to test the stream quality. I've got a 1080-60 at 2500 kilobit.
Yeah.
Relatively stable.
Yeah. Right. I'm gonna head back over there then.
He said he's got some
Oh, like radio.
got that there, and then
this.
Yeah. So what, these still here just in case, or?
Yeah, no, that makes a lot of sense.
Even if I shove them over here at the side and then. Rick, if these aren't in the way here, I might just leave them there because then you've got them.
Basket here.
Yeah. Oh, actually, yeah. I should actually be sensible and put them in the little bag they came in, but I'll throw that in the basket and that'll. So you're good to go from.
Hello.
Here?
Yeah.
Actually, the only other thing is just if you can set up in just track 2.
Already done that.
Oh yeah, already done
Yeah.
that. Yeah, because I've
Testing one.
I made the mistake in a previous one of like using the same string key. So
Yeah.
but yeah, if you create new.
I changed that track name as well
Yeah, yeah,
because it was still day 1.
yeah. Sweet.
Testing 1 2.
Live screamer.
Awesome. Well, you go. I'm taking up the seat.
Oh, I'm doing that.
You know, well,
Keep it warm for me to
warming the seat. That's just part of the service there.
Excellent.
Testing 1 2. This is a test.
Thank you. Morning there. And yeah, I'll head back and I'll catch you guys. Thank you.
Hi.
Hey, Trooper.
Rick.
Hi, Rick.
Michaela's partner.
Oh, there you go. Do we get stats and live chats? Will people ask us odd questions online? You can just say no, I don't mind.
I can put it up here.
You don't have to. Good morning, Derby fans, and welcome to day 2 of Queensland Roller Derby's Tropicarnage 2024. We've had a few technical difficulties earlier, so if you find my commentary isn't coming One 6 Ruby Doom, 6-9 Jacqueline Hyde, and 8-1-4 Hurdy Gurdy. And their bench crew is Fast and Ferosa and Tough Luck. I've been advised by the South Sea Sirens that this won't be a sanctioned game today, and as you may or may not be able to tell from your team lists, Canberra Roll is running a little bit short on numbers today, but it should be a very good game. I've watched both of these teams play, and they have been nothing but incredible. I did get to see South Sea Sirens from on track, and certainly an enjoyable time. All right, 3 minutes 36 remaining. I'll have a little bit of a think. If you find that my commentary is a little bit lagging behind, you just blame your internet connections, not my inability to read from this distance. Welcome back, sports fans. This is Rogue Trooper. 1 minute to Derby. Just getting some exciting camera angles set up for you. Give you an opportunity to see what's going on. We have a crew list for the track.
What do you mean?
Like refs and NSOs.
I don't know.
Is there a refs and NSOs list for this game, so I can call it? If that's possible. All right, counting down the last 10 seconds under the care of head ref Sharky, inside pack ref Sarge, Jammer ref Killer Tits, Jammer ref Sparkling Brit. We also have OPRs Redacted, Arse Soul, and Candy Striper. 5 seconds, this game will be underway. Let's see what happens. South Sea Sirens 69, Corky. Up against, I believe that was Grim, 1-6 for Vice City Rollers. Nice grinding early pack. And that's South Sea Sirens out for a cut track penalty. So power jam advantage straight away to Canberra Vice City Rollers, and I'm saying it as I'm thinking it. There's a cut track been awarded the other way, so it's going to be a very quick jammer exchange in the bin. So Grim being swapped out, Corky in. And as we all love to know, no lead jammer, 2-minute jam. Let's get it tested early. It's been a lovely hot day today up here in Queensland, or down here in Queensland if you're listening in Europe, because we never know how big the coverage really gets by the end of it. Sitting at a swanky 24 degrees. The humidity's been quite high, and the Giant fans, I believe, are just ceremonial in purpose. They didn't manage to keep us too cool at all in our games yesterday. Make You Squeal is taking the panty pass, or helmet cover pass, or star pass if you prefer. A lot of pressure going on. Penalty box now clear. And that's the end of Jam 1, period 1. 27 minutes, 50 seconds remaining. And that's 9-4, Sirens taking an early lead. All right, next on track we have for Vice City Rollers Cheapskate in the green for those who have colour vision at home, and Bruiser for the Sirens in blue. And Bruiser out for an early lead. Canberra currently 2 players down, so a 4-2 pack advantage to the Sirens, which they are capitalising on. Bruiser running out of track on the outside line, but managing to get through successfully now. 4 points. And benches, penalty box has now cleared. Yeah, beautiful yield back there by Pink Mist. And once again into those strong packs. All right, Cheapskate's now through. And a late call off there from the Sirens bench. So a 7-point jam in favour of the Sirens to Vice City Rollers as the big donut. For those that want to know, because I know there's a few of you out there, I've gone for the fashion statement today, the stained glass window style long sleeve shirt and my pink pseudo sparkly jacket, and of course traditional pink shiny shorts and fishnets. I've certainly dressed for working from home because it's all top and no bottom. All right, Geralt for Vice City Rollers with M-Dog for the Sirens. A lot of vigorous work, and that's lead to Geralt with an absolute shiner of a game last night. It was a very hot day and an even hotter evening. So great to see teams up and early going hard this morning in this playoff. Thank you, Nix, for the sounds amazing. I'm sure it's the action on track that I'm commenting on rather than myself, but let's see how we go. And that's a quick call off there after a successful star pass. So Canberra rocking in. Vice City Rollers picking up 4 points, 16-8 now. It's still in favour of the Sirens, and 25 minutes remaining in this third jam. If you've got any requests from home, let me know them. I can probably hum the music you want to hear. I've been practicing my Venga Boys all day. All right, next up on the jam line, we have Grimm for Vice City Rollers. And that looks like Corky for the Sirens. Thank you, Nix. All right, beautiful work. And there we go. That's lead to Corky for the Sirens. Out beautifully. Bit of a yield back still going on at the back for Grimm. Covers come off. Looks like there's a star pass in there somewhere. Nope, still in possession. As I said earlier, I've had the pleasure of being up against this Sirens wall. It's an absolute joy, especially my first jam. All 2 minutes of it. Lead was not awarded, and we did grind our souls in the heat. So I can certainly feel Grimm's pain at this point. And meanwhile, up at the top, Corky is out for 4 points. The penalty box is now empty, so that's 4-4 packs. A quick points call on the outside. Beautiful toe stop hop and call off. Well done. So that's 8 points to the Sirens, 0 for Vice City Rollers. So now heading into Jam 5. Under the starters' hammers, and they're off. Cheapskate for Vice City Rollers, Spendy for the Sirens. Everyone instantly met with large butts and beautiful D. Bodies hitting the floor, gravity checks occurring. The floor itself was quite sticky yesterday. I was running on 93s, so I made the absolute joyous choice of staying stuck to the floor. Cheapskate coming through now. Beautiful work. There's a cut call being awarded against... let me see. 1054. That's Spendy. South Sea Sirens. So that's a power jam advantage now to Vice City Rollers. Lovely work there. The problem with commentating a game is sometimes I get too busy watching the game. I know you're all doing it at home as well, and you don't always need my dulcet tones, but I like to feel that I'm participating. Okay, let's get that wall running. Sirens willing to keep it moving. Vice City Rollers attempting to slow the pack down, but getting an out-of-play call at the back. Lovely. Still getting the train, let's go from the City Rollers bench. So far a 12-point jam. Certainly a long day in Derby. And one turn of the hips. Oh, possibly went out too soon, so still at least 1 point to get. Absolutely a beautiful two-pack work at the top there. And through for another 4 points. Okay, Vice City Rollers do have their pivot in the bin, but they're adding in a Siren's body as well. So donuts for that last lap, but a 16-point jam, well skated. So a quick score update for those who have poor internet connection. It's a tied game. Vice City Rollers 24, Sirens, you guessed it, 24. 20 minutes, 30 seconds remaining in this first period. Okay, we have an official timeout underway. Looks like a water break, certainly well needed. And for those playing at home with a collection of referees around the water hole, that is a dazzle of zebras. I would give you scores around the ground, but unfortunately the game going on behind me between TVR and Team Rad have their scoreboard turned away from me. So I'll see if I can endeavour to get that one updated for you shortly. Right, power jam start for Geralt there. Absolutely stylish in the pink. Lovely footwork. There's a forearms call against one of the Sirens players. Geralt now through, quick wave to the crowd and on their scoring pass. Vice City now back to full strength on track. Jammer and pivot in the bin for Sirens, but Jammer is standing. And now returning to track. So Spendy back on track for South Sea Sirens. Pivot still seated in the bin for South Sea. Geralt being yielded back slightly. Lovely work. Spendy pushing through. And also picking up or causing a penalty on Make You Squeal. And a beautiful call off. 4 points there for Vice City Rollers on that lap. And score change, lead change. Vice City Rollers now in front, 28 to Sirens 24.
Do we have a score update for next door? Is there a way I can find scores for next? Just curious.
All right, next door 57 to 4 in favour of TVR versus Team Rad. So that game well underway. Meanwhile, back on our track, we have Bruiser out for lead for the Sirens and Grim in there somewhere. I blinked, I missed it. Okay, so Canberra still with 2 bodies in the bin. Sirens with a 3-point advantage. And don't forget, it's always great to see these games in person. Make sure you come down. There's some beautiful workers, some beautiful supporters, Berserk clothing, extreme skates, all the teams bringing all the merch, maple swords for those awesome stickers. Get online, support our community. Without their money and their love, we cannot do the derby things. Also Spankali, who sponsored the penalty box on the other track. So many, many reasons to cause yourself penalties. Okay, lovely speedy jam there. Sirens picking up an extra 2 points and are now leading So another lead change. Sirens 29, Bi-City Rollers 28. Both teams with 3-person packs. Now under starters orders. So we have Fleabag for Sirens, Brim for Bi-City Rollers. Fleabag not waiting for me to tell everyone who they are, getting out for lead jumper, but closely followed behind by Grim. Looking for those quick points and scores, slips the hips in. Beautiful call off. Oh, shanked just a little. Beautiful hips work, so 1 point each. The Sirens squeaking ahead with that 1 point lead still. 30 to Bi-City Rollers 29. All right, 999 M-Dog up against Cheapskate. Cheapskate in the 2625 green. Pushing to the front. There's a forearms penalty going against the Sirens. M-Dog having 30 seconds rest for crimes against Derby. That's a power jam in favour of Cheapskate. And out for lead, leaving a trail of bodies behind them. Calling for that quick charging O. Sirens responding by accelerating pack speed. Cheapskate not mucking around and getting amongst them as soon as they can. And looking to drive that pack forward now to play. Beautiful work. If I'm not mistaken, that was a multiplayer awarded against 161 for the Sirens by Killer Curls. Lovely work, Cheap, getting out there for another 4 points. No pack called, everyone moving up. Helmet cover pass there. And Honey Collider now doing the damage for the Sirens, getting the pressure on to get that call off done. And called off just before they get there. Not today, 007. So with that wonderful run, 10-point jam, Bi-City Rollers, yes, you've got it. Lead change, 39 points, 9 points ahead of the Sirens on 30. 14 and a half minutes to go in this first period. Judging by the pink, that's Geralt on track, sitting next to Corky. Canberra, one player down, one blocker down at the moment. Still seated, so, and as I say it, just being stood, so 10 seconds until even packs on track. Yeah, the mood's been pretty good here at Tropicarnage. On the Friday night, they had the mixed gender game, which got a surprising number of people, and not just the people there to set up, but a few interested players. Absolutely enjoyable. Not so enjoyable, Geralt now going to get 30-second seat for crimes against Derby. So Corky to get a run at doing all the damage. Let's see if they can't get that 9 point back and push for the lead. Beautiful work. Yeah, the track work today with that little bit of stick has been amazing. People have been going side to side and sticking it. It's been absolutely fantastic. All the games, regardless of the scores, have been fantastic. And of course, there are a selection of sanctioned games in the Div 1, so even losing can be winning if your differentials are looking good. Right, Geralt back on track. That's the bench cleared, so everybody is back. And Geralt re-establishing that cover and maintaining their jammer spot. Sirens calling for a slower pack. D is now being set. And Corky weaving through like a magician. Speaking of weaving through, don't forget to go and see Peter at some stage at the wonderful Spank Alley. Get in amongst it, get those sweat suckers organised, get those armbands done. Sirens 16 points to 2 against Vice City Rollers, really capitalising and sitting on the lead, 46 to Vice City Rollers 41. Gonna get sick of me saying it, but once again, Grimm's on track to jam. Going for the little whip off the back of their own blocker and getting well and truly amongst it. Meanwhile, Spendy on the outside line, saw the gap, they took it as I was about to mention it, out for lead jammer. And Grimm sneaking through on the inside line. Beautiful rolling defences from both teams. Lovely waterfalling at this stage. Unfortunately, Sirens on a 2-person wall, and now just as they had a player released, that's a power jam to Vice City Rollers. So Spendy spending some time in the naughty corner. Lovely work, 4 points for Grimm for Vice City Rollers. There's some very tired looking bodies out there at the moment. 10 minutes to go in the first period. Still a whole nother period to go. The breeze has been good today through the venue. The outside temps haven't been too crazy, but the humidity certainly rising. Beautiful work and a scoot through there for Spendy. Picking up 4 points. Vice City Rollers currently with a 12 points to 4 in this jam. No pack call. Spendy pushing through again for another 4. And Grimm with the back block heading to the bin. So power jam in favour of the Sirens for the last second. Spendy spending all of that time to get 4 more points, and a timeout being called by the Vice City Rollers. So a 12-12 jam. Sirens maintaining that lead, 58 to Vice City Rollers, 56. Correction, that was a 15-12 jam in favour of the Rollers. It's fantastic to see we have a great active community joining us online today. We're certainly missing out on an awesome venue and some very, very awesome people in this community. However, you sort of aren't, because you're here supporting us. We'll just chuck up the penalty load there for you. And if I'm good enough and not blind enough, I'll be able to tell you that for Vice City Rollers, we have Grimm sitting on 3, Geralt sitting on 1, Make You Squeal, Ruby Doom on 2, Hurdy-Gurdy on 1, Jacqueline Hyde on 3. And meanwhile, over for the Sirens, a fair share of everyone doing all the work. Killer Curls, Rogue, Harmon, Miranda, Cinderella, Lily Pushin, Lemon Squeezy, Corky and M-Dog on 1 penalty each, Maple Slam on 2, and Spendy spending lots of time in there on 4. And I do believe that was Honey Collider at the top with 3. So power jam start for the Sirens. Bruiser getting out there. Grimm in the bin for their back block from earlier, not yet standing. Lovely work, lead jam, inside line for Bruiser. Let's see if they can't do some more damage and maintain that lead. Meanwhile, their pivot has gone to the bin. Beautiful hug on the outside line, 1 foot. And through for 4 points. Tries to go the same way again, but met with some decisive hitting by Jacqueline Hyde. And Grimm now out and amongst it. I could hear the slap from that hit from Jacqueline from back here at the desk. Certainly a good amount of skin-on-skin contact. So 9 minutes to go. Sirens now pushing ahead ever so slightly. 66 to 56. Yeah, keep posting your love. I'll try and pass it on to the benchies. So, Vice City Rollers 265, Cheapskate against Sirens, Fleabag, who has just taken lead jammer. Canberra one blocker down at this point in time. Just attempting to maintain a strong position, being taken track side to track side. And finally weaving through, one to beat. And out for the first set of 4 points for Fleabag for the Sirens. Both teams now at full pack strength as Cheapskate's now coming around on their scoring path. Call for points and a quick call for the Sirens and successful. So managing to pick up 3 points there for the Sirens. So a 7-0 jam in favour of the Sirens. 7.5 minutes to go. Sirens a bit more defiantly in the lead. And we know that won't last, but 73 to 56. Because this is Derby, there's still time on the clock. Anything can, could or might happen. All right, Geralt in the pink and M-Dog in the blue. Geralt just doing a quick gravity check there in the middle of the pack. And meanwhile, Ruby Doom heading to the box. Unsure what that penalty was for. This is Derby. Do not blink. You will miss it. Looking for a call. And a nice inside jump there. So 2 points for Vice City Rollers, 0 for Sirens on that jam. Second call and we're away. Grim for Vice City Rollers. It's Corky for the Sirens. Straight into the grind. Calls for slow, slow, slow coming from the Sirens bench. Ooh. And Vice City Rollers both trying to play the same sort of game, keeping that pace down, keeping that grind on. Grim disregarding all intentions of the pack and pushing through for lead jammer. And Corky coming out for a cut track penalty. So power jam now to Vice City Rollers. Now sitting 15 points behind at this point. So as I said, this is Derby. Derby happens. Beautiful set on the outside line. Grim through for 4 points. Okay, just the 3 ball to beat. Beautiful O coming flying in, but an absolutely amazing job done by the Sirens to maintain that mess, allowing their last blocker to get in amongst it. And Jammer now returning to track, so Corky about to put some pressure on. Absolutely loving this game. I'm not sure if it's because I'm only watching it and not out there sweating and bleeding with it. But amazing work. That's a forearms call against Sirens pivot. So Honey Collider adding to their penalty total. I believe that's 4 now, top of my head. There's not much up there, but I think I held on to that one quite well. 4-0 lap that time in favour of Vice City Rollers for a total of 8 points. Pushing back in now very strongly, 7 points away. Sirens 73, Vice City Rollers 66. 4 minutes, just over 4 minutes remaining. Jam 16. Jam 17 commences. Let's see what happens. It's got to be Cheapskate and Spendy. Cheapskate in the green for Vice City Rollers, looking to the inside line. Being met with an absolute wall of resistance. No pack call. Pack destruction being awarded against one of the Vice City Rollers. Meanwhile, Cheapskate lead jammer. It's always a bit harder when you're commentating on your own. You don't have anyone to bounce off. I do talk to myself, but unfortunately it tends to be in my head. So bear with me. All right, Spendy's out and about to come back in. Vice City Rollers are calling for the jam to continue. So just trying to get that bench cleared, get some player advantage back. Meanwhile, 4 points for Spendy. Getting ready to call and calling. And beautiful call off there. Penalty box now empty. And an 8 points to 4 score advantage there for Vice City Rollers. Squeaking now within 3 points of the Sirens. Sirens just holding on. 77. Vice City Rollers hot behind at 74. 2.5 minutes remaining first half. Once again, Geralt for Vice City and Bruiser for the Sirens. Absolutely loving Geralt's fashion on track, and a power jam advantage now going to them. Not quite sure what Bruiser got sent for. He's too busy admiring the fashion. And Geralt is through for lead jammer. Okay, going with the Spirit Fingers defence, a little bit of head tapping and listening. Not quite sure what that means, but there's a whole lot of everybody's in there now. Okay, Jammer's standing, so Bruiser about to re-enter track, and a points and call. Just picking up the 2 for Vice City Rollers. Correction, 3, there you go. Count the fingers, that's where the magic happens. So, not quite a lead change, but once again, an even score game. 77 all, everybody gets them. Derby, it's all about the sharing and the caring. So power jam start. Cheapskate doing it. Probably a couple of seconds remaining before Bruiser gets back on. And jammer is on. The pack is aware. Lovely drive. Absolute mass of derbiness occurring. And there we go, Vice City Rollers. Cheapskate through for lead jammer. Beautiful roll around the top point there. And Bruiser now out. The curse of the cover. The hardest thing to do when you're jamming sometimes is to put your cover back on. Nice little hip squeeze attempt there to pick up points at the back, but unfortunately unsuccessful on this occasion. So 2 points to Vice City Rollers. Yep, that's right, a Derby community lead change. Vice City Rollers now in front, 79 to Sirens, 77. Okay, once again, Grim lining up on track, and Fleabag in the blue. Certainly no rest for the wicked for Vice City Rollers, running a short lineup today. Absolutely insane amounts of work being done by their jammers. Great to see. Oh, and don't mind me, I don't check the scoreboard. That was a lead change for sure, 79-77. That's whistle bleed if you can hear it. That's the calls going on from next door. They haven't been too bad over the tournament. I've only seen one false start out of all of the games, and otherwise it's been quite good. I'm not sure if the Fox 40s are running at different pitches, but it certainly hasn't been an issue as it may have been previous times. Okay, Fleabag with lead jammer, and still in the mess. And now finally out to the front. And a quick call off there to maintain that power jam advantage. And that's half time. Take the opportunity to grab some snacks, do the things, go to the loo now, because you don't want to be doing it halfway through the next period. It's an absolutely amazing game. Sirens now in the lead, 81 with that 4-point run against Vice City Rollers 79. This is Trooper. Take some time out from my ears or put me on mute. I'll be back shortly.
Switch to Chrome.
This one's going out to the fabulous Fleas.
We made the perfect day when we played the night sun. She said she couldn't stay when her night had just begun. She wanted me to know what she didn't know herself. Said I was one among others. Hey, now that's something else. She played a vocal mission. I played the cosmic heart. Wanted to paint her picture. She said don't even start. She said love's like a drug and that this was chemistry. But with these chemicals, then how is this good for me? Her life gets better, she read. Her man goes out of his head. Like birds of a feather, so we bled. Let's go together. And she said, so what's the altitude? I said, it's out of sight. What's with the attitude? And she said, it's alright. So what's the altitude? I said, it's out of sight. What's with the attitude? And she said, it's alright. She said, let's get away now. Let's go down by the bay. She turned her hand my way now. Watch out, what you say now? Now the things you've been through make it seem like nothing could ever really last forever. But if you try, girl, we can do some things. She gave me headphones. Said, have you heard this sound? I think I've heard this one is totally underground. I wouldn't let her go then. She wouldn't let me go. Just ask the neighbors, man, it's unbelievable. I played the morning rising. She played the setting sun. She said she couldn't stay when her night had just begun. So what's the altitude? I said it's out of sight. What's with the attitude? And she said it's alright. So what's the altitude? I said it's out of sight. Without abandon, we dance, we party all night. We party all night. We party all night. We party all night. Along with the beat machine. We made the perfect day when we played the night sun. She said she couldn't stay when her night had just begun. She wanted me to know what she didn't know herself. Said I was one among others. Hey, now that's something else. We played a vocal mission to play the cosmic sky. How can we make the distance? You've always known my eye. We're letting people know what we now know ourselves. That we are one among others. Hey, now that's something else. She gave me headphones. Said, have you heard this sound? You know I've heard this one, girl. Let's get out of town. This love is like a drug and we bonded chemically. We're letting you know better, living through chemistry. Got it? Yeah!
If you want to be a winner this spring, join the Queensland Rogues and secure exclusive info from Australia's leading trainers. Visit trl.net for more info.
right, welcome back to the track, Derby fans. 1 minute of this intermission to go before we start the second period of this Game 6 Div 1 playoff here on track 2. The Sirens from South Sea Roller Derby, 81 points against the Vice City Rollers from Canberra Roller Derby League on 79. It's been an absolutely hot contested game. There's been a few lead changes, a lot of penalty box work out. Absolutely wonderful, a wonderful game. Glad that you're here to enjoy it. Just floating the team rosters across for you now, just to have a look. And South Sea certainly with the number advantage on track. It is not a sanctioned game today. That paperwork had to go in a month earlier, and Vice City Rollers did not sanction. Sirens had a sanctioned game yesterday against Sun State Roller Derby, and possibly one ahead depending on the outcomes of this game. Okay, back under the whistle, and both teams ready to go. For those that can't remember that far back, because it's been so long, Sirens starting with a power jam advantage. So on track 6-9, that'll be Corky. And Make You Squeal serving as jammer for the Vice City Rollers in the bin. Okay, lovely work by Sirens there, holding the pack back, allowing Corky to push through out the top, taking two players out of play. Being met with some very, very solid resistance. Meanwhile, that's Make You Squeal back on track. Helmet cover off. And straight off to a pass. That'll be Rosetta Bloodstone. The pivot for the Rollers coming in. Quick call off done. I believe there's a couple of points in there. So yes, 2 points to the Sirens, 83 to Vice City Rollers, 79. Not even a minute of derby gone at this point. Alrighty, 5 seconds under the jam timer's call. Both packs at full strength. Bruiser for Sirens, Cheapskate once again for Vice City Rollers. Absolutely merciless pack work going on, and a beautiful little hop across there. So Bruiser out for lead jammer. Lovely when you can manipulate the packs to your advantage as a jammer. Trying to drive the hips through, and some O on the outside line, all the way through and around. And a quick call off. Beautiful quick work for a 4-0 advantage on points. We're under 2 minutes, 87 to 79 for the Sirens. As for next door, I popped across and had a look for you. The current game, the Tweed Valley Rollers versus Team Rad. The Valkyries are ahead, 142 to Team Rad's 31. Okay, that's Gerald out there in the hot pink and the Vice City Rollers green against Fleabag from the Sirens. Beautiful drive from both sides. There's a cut track penalty and a forearms penalty. Not sure who got what, but this is Derby. We'll let everyone have a piece of everything. Oh no, 2 calls, same player. And now, unfortunately, Gerald off. So, power jam advantage for Fleabag for the Sirens. Currently sitting with that 8-point lead. Coming in now for a score. Sirens with the 1-player pack advantage at this point in time, but their block is standing and Gerald standing as well. Beautiful work, Fleabag now through. And both teams back to full strength, both jammers on track. Just waiting for the bench calls to see what happens next. Fleabag is currently lead jammer. Drolt will still be pushing through on their initial. All right, beautiful work. Fleabag now sitting on an 8-point jam. Lovely slide through on the outside. So we're getting picked up at the end, but slowly chipping away at those points. Of course, you don't have to get out of the pack to have scored a point. You just have to get your hips past the opposition blockers. And once you get the first one, you get everyone that's in the box. So Drolt now through on their scoring pass. A nice slow call coming from the Vice City Rollers bench, and a beautiful call off. Lovely work there by Fleabag. 11-point jam, taking the Sirens up to 98 to Vice City Rollers 79. We're not quite 5 minutes in, and it's absolutely full on. That's the third jam gone, fourth one pending. Okay, that's Grimm for Vice City Rollers in the green, and M-Dog for the Sirens in the blue. 999 M-Dog is now out as your lead jammer. .161 for the Sirens being called for a directional penalty. Have a seat, 30 seconds, Derby Crimes. Grimm now out and on their scoring attempt. Hips are going, quick call off required, possibly a shanking on the inside. And no, not quite making the hips. So 3-point jam for the Sirens, taking them over the ton to 101. Vice City Rollers scoreless that jam, 79. Okay, 265 Cheapskate up against 6'9". I'm looking and I can't read it, but it's Corky, we all know it. So Vice City Rollers with the one-player pack advantage, but 161 is about to return to track. That's Killer Curls. And it's like some kind of prisoner exchange. We now have, I believe that's Make You Squeal hitting the box. And not to be outdone, the Sirens have placed another one of their players in the box. I guarantee it wasn't their choice. Meanwhile, Cheapskate with lead, chasing Corky. There's a few calls and a whole lot of let's get the pack running, pushing the pack up, but having to take that call off with their player standing in the box. So 4 points to 3. Vice City Rollers points advantage for that jam. Sirens now sitting on 104. Vice City Rollers at 83. Certainly been a bit of a temperature change. There are storms due in Queensland at some stage, possibly this weekend. Looks like a bit of a call out there. The score's just being amended to 2 points to the Sirens for that jam. Not 3. So 103 to 83. So 20-point advantage to the Sirens. Okay, one player off each, so 3-3 packs. Vice City Rollers to get their player back in the next 10 seconds, and Sirens a couple of seconds behind them. Meanwhile, Grimm working hard, but Bruiser getting lead. Sirens in the lead. Oh, lovely hitting there by the Sirens pivot. Unfortunately, I have no idea who they are because it's all a blur of numbers and bodies. I dare say, and I'd love to guess, that was Corky. I thought it was the 6'9". I might be wrong. Maybe they are multitasking. All right, lovely work. That's Grimm through. Bruiser does hold lead, and they're just emptying out the bin. They're being asked for train. For those that don't know what train is, it's a whole lot of I wish I trained because they want me to keep skating. One more to clear for the penalty box for the Sirens. And Grimm doing the slow laps at this point. It is an absolutely exhausting pace that's going on that track. And there's the call for a call from the Sirens. I know they can't hear you at home, but make sure you're cheering for these teams. It's absolute blistering pace of derby going on. Fleabag and Cheapskate waiting on track as all the discussions are had amongst all the people for all the things. 5 seconds. Sirens 2 blockers down at this point, including their pivot. I dare say Fleabag won't allow that to impede on their skatiness. A nice polite wait there for one of the rollers to get back to their feet. And here comes the O. All right, Cheapskate out for lead jammer. And a star pass for the Sirens. It looks like Bambi. Penalty box is now cleared. And a quick call off before any points are scored. Lovely work. So Vice City Rollers picking up 4 points for that jam. Closing in once again on the Sirens. So Vice City Rollers at 95, Sirens 110. So just that 15-point differential now. It was 20 before. There's still 20 minutes remaining. Certainly anyone's game. Sirens pivot, lucky enough, no, unlucky enough, didn't quite make the track. When they straddling the line as that whistle went, deemed not to be in position and sent back to their bench. Fortunately, Bambi was taking the cover off. That's whistle bleed from next door if you heard some, that's not us. Spendy has been awarded lead jammer in amongst that. But being run back almost immediately, no pack call. Grimm, meanwhile, being run back for the Vice City Rollers. And beautifully through. Spendy still with lead, but Grimm now out on their scoring pass. Sirens, one player currently in the box and looking for the call, and it's made. Oh, 2 in the box. Not today, 007. That's Honey Collider once again in the bin. We'll get a penalty update very shortly to see how we're running. So there we go, Make You Squeal on 6, sitting in the danger zone. And for the others, same again, Honey Collider also on 6. So definitely a hot contested and well worked out game. Geralt for Vice City Rollers and Corky for Sirens currently jamming, and Geralt out for lead jammer. Certainly a lot of hard work. The ref crew's been amazing today. The ref crews have been amazing all weekend. I'm not just saying that because I had a penalty-free game. They have just been absolutely amazing. And also our non-skating officials as well on the jam timing, scorekeeping, and the behind-the-scenes commentary box, our live streamers. So make sure you get on there and put on some love. Let them know that you love them and you want them, because that's all voluntary. It's all done for love and derby. Okay, Cheapskate versus Bruiser. Bruiser in the blue, Cheapskate in the green. For those that don't normally watch derby, those with the star on get the points. When they take off the star, they can't get lead status. Lead status is usually the first jammer out of the pack, which is that big mess of humanity, and passing all of the blockers upright inbounds and in play, and that gives them the ability to stop this madness anytime they want by repeatedly touching their hips beautifully through there. by Bruiser. And no, unfortunately, sent for a penalty. I did miss what it was. This now a 2-minute jam. Cheapskate making the most. 7 points behind at this point. Chasing down that Sirens points lead. Sirens with a blocker, now returning to track, so full blocker strength. Jammer not yet standing. And by City Rollers at full strength on track, waiting for the big sweeping D, but unfortunately getting caught with a run back. I see the feed's getting a little bit disjointed. Hopefully the sound is still going. By City Rollers on 8 points for this jam. One of their players now being sent to the bin. It looks like Lemmy Adam. Let's try that again. If you really want to annoy a commentator, get yourselves a nice tongue twister or a very inappropriate name that we need to say very, very carefully. And Bruiser finally pushed their way through. And a chip away now at that 8-point advantage. 10 seconds to go. The call from the bench just to encourage skaters to keep doing the things. Oh, lovely run and a bump, and still being chased all the way to the end of humanity. This is all love and care. We may kill you, but then we will still help you and smile. And looks as though there's a penalty been awarded for that one. So hit at the rear of the pack, chase down and hit out at the front of the pack. 6-9. That's Jacqueline Hyde serving a penalty. Timeout for Sirens, who currently have their pivot in the bin. And still now with a 7-point lead, 1-1-8 to Vice City Rollers, 1-1-1. At this point, I'd normally be tormenting you with the Venga Boys and asking people to make music requests. I'm sure you've got your own live streaming going on at home. Unfortunately, we can barely get the streaming occurring here. The internet has been quite sporadic. I can't even get on my phone to watch this game. Unfortunately, I have to sit here and watch it live. I can smell it, I can see it, and I can tell you it is fantastic. Sirens timeout being called to an end now. 15 minutes, 15 seconds remaining in this game, period 2. Jam 11 about to start. Both teams have their jammers on track. Fleabag, unfortunately, will not have their pivot for a little bit longer. And that's, once again, grim for Vice City Rollers in the green, working back-to-back jams. I can see they've got 3 jammers deep on their bench at this point, but they've certainly been out here for a lot of it. Get it, Grim, the call from the bench, almost through. They met with a little bit of resistance, and yes, thank you, lead jammer. Oh, no, denied. Candy, the OPR, has just taken them for a forearms penalty. So Grim to the penalty box. Lead was still open, and Fleabag has picked that up. Canberra bench calling for the slow derby. Both blockers standing, Sirens with the 4-second advantage, and now both teams back at full strength. And a cut track penalty being awarded against the Sirens jammer. So that lead now dissipated. Fleabag heading to the bin. I can hear the score. This is your moment, Rosetta, coming from the bench. Let's go, let's skate, let's scream. Get amongst it, Rosetta. you may have a 30-second power jam advantage, but believe me, 30 seconds is a long time in derby at times. Certainly a nice breeze pushing through the venue now. Hopefully that's contributing to player health and welfare as well as for our officials. And that's full time on that jam, not full time on the game. There's still 13 minutes of that to go. 4 points to Vice City Rollers, chipping away, 115 to the Sirens 121. So that's 6 points. South Sea looking to see if they could get an extra 2 or 2 against. And no, a little bit of a quick chat and unlucky, not done. Geralt now up against Corky in the blue, but Geralt in the green. Scream machine inside line all the way through. It's got to be the pink, I tell you. Beautiful work, and a panty pass, or for those that mind, a helmet cover star pass done now. That looks like Bambi. Beautiful speed, but jam called early. 4 points to the Vice City Rollers. Absolutely fantastic, quick, fast work. 2 points between it. Sirens still holding on to that lead. 12 minutes left. Now we have M-Dog on the track up against Cheapskate. I haven't been drinking. It might be the time to start. Absolutely loving the work being put in by both packs. Still a lot of three-wheel work, beautiful roll-arounds by M-Dog there. Absolutely magician on their feet. Managing to scrape a penalty as the Rollers pivot goes to the bin, but then M-Dog got sent, and now there's a penalty the other way for a cut track. Cheapskate now heading to the bin. Probably 7, 8, 9 seconds to sit, depending on the time it takes them to get there. Exchange is done, M-Dog now out, so wonderful work by our penalty box timers, and Cheapskate now standing. So 2 minute jam, 1 minute 8 seconds left in it. 2 points the difference. All the points to be had. Both teams at full strength. M-Dog through now on their point score run. Beautiful little leap on the inside line there. Picking up the full 4 points, extending that lead. 40 seconds. Do apologise for the quality of the internet. The commentary, unfortunately, you can mute that. So that's become your issue, not mine. Cheapskate now getting amongst it for the scores. 25 seconds, still time for 2 laps in a perfect world. Slowly being ground away. 10 seconds, Vice City Rollers pivot now in the box for derby-related crimes. That's the whistle for Jam 13. Points going both ways. So 8 points to 1 in favour of the Sirens. So taking them up, Sirens 129 to Vice City Rollers 120. 9 points in it, 9.5 minutes left in the game. Absolute blinder for this Game 6 Div 1 playoff. Teams fighting to get position on the ladder. Okay, Grim in the green against Bruiser in the blue. No pack call, pushing up. No pack again. Separations occurring. Bruiser gets through for lead jammer. The curse of the jams, getting out, celebrating, forgetting where the big pink line is. Absolute drive through the seam and over that last Rollers player. 4 points to Bruiser. Grim still amongst it. Both 3-person packs. Looks like a power jam call, judging by the signalling coming from the back Sirens player. And yes, that's Grimm to the bin. Calling for the train on the Sirens bench. Screeching out that lead. Oh, lovely work without a play right at the very end. As Sirens return to full strength on track. Power Jam advantage still going. Early jammers on call by the Sirens and a whole lot of frantic pointing as Grimm returns to the track. 30 seconds left in this jam. Bruce is still holding lead jammer status. And all the way through. One more jam is the call from the bench. And Rosetta Bloodstone now taking the star pass. Looking to the inside line. 2 more taps and they're through. Oh, fantastic hit at the back. But it looks like a back block. And a timeout for the Rollers being called and the penalty being issued. Looks as though Bruiser may have picked up a low block penalty. So Power Jam start advantage to Vice City Rollers. A little bit of a collision, but they have made their way to the penalty box. A little bit shaken, but otherwise okay. All right, quick recap of the penalty boards. Vice City Rollers with a few players in the danger zone. Make You Squeal sitting on 6. Grimm and Jacqueline Hyde sitting on 5. 4 points to Ruby Doom, 3 to Lemmy Adam. 2 penalty points for Rosetta and Geralt. 1 for Cheapskate and Hurdy Gurdy. Pink Mist still doing the magic. Meanwhile, on the Sirens board, and it could take me a while to read it, so I might do it very quickly. 6 points for Honey Collider. Everyone else on at least 1 except for Princess Leia Apocalypse. Are they even playing? I'm not sure if I've called that name at all today. But certainly a fistful. Lots of 3s and 4s. Definitely sharing the wealth. Certainly going to be a close game and a tight finish with 7 minutes, 16 seconds remaining. 19-point jam, jam 14 in favour of the Sirens. So to a slightly more commanding lead of 28 points, but not starting with a jammer on track. So we've got an official review being called by the Sirens. I dare say it will be in relation to, well, I can't tell you. Maybe I'll go out there and have a look. I'll be back very shortly. Okay, for those watching at home, currently we have Sirens Jammer in the bin for a back block. Sirens are looking for an official review to have that call reversed. There was some questioning going on about presentation of legal zones and other skatey related stuff, which is why I commentate and I do not zebra. So official review, Sirens looking to have their jammer released from the bin. Reversal of their back block penalty. And just online now, we have our points per jam. As you can see, there's been a good sway to and fro from both teams, and the occasional advantage taken there. Certainly Sirens making the most of their opportunities. 19-point jam previously, as I said, and now hoping to have a point scorer on track for the start of jam 15. Review is over, and it appears as though it was unsuccessful, as Geralt is on track on their own, taking all the glory and all the fashion. 5-second call. Sirens, no jammer. But Rollers down one blocker. Let's see what this looks like. Oh, official timeout. Let's make the most of all of these opportunities. Let that breeze hit you. Certainly a whole lot of smiles on both benches. Both teams certainly enjoying their opportunities today. The winner today is Derby. Thank you for your support online. I made my fashion statement, but as you can tell, I dressed to commentate from home. All right, lovely bit of pack speed brought on straight away by the Sirens. Geralt in amongst it. And there we go, the grind is now officially on. Geralt on the outside line, lead jammer, perfectly done, all style, and soon all the points. They're looking to capture 28 points. Sirens jammer Bruiser now standing ready to return to track. Helmet cover in hand. Canberra are ready for them. Just the 3-ball at this point. Their other blocker is still sitting. Temptation to scream at the players from here with loud, loving support noises is very, very difficult. Unfortunately, it looks like a multiplayer block being awarded against Vice City Rollers 1-3-1. So, Kayla Kazi on the side. I want to say it, was that a late hit after the whistle? I don't know. Refs having a chat. Oh, maybe just to mind your bodies. Looks like both people had established positions and directions. But a reminder, once that fourth whistle of the first set has gone, you can't play rough. 5-second call, jam 16. 5 minutes, 40 seconds remaining. 24 points in it to Sirens. Corky for the Sirens, Cheapskates playing it for the Vice City Rollers. But Corky beautifully through. Nice scattered pack. 2 3-balls at this point in time. Blocker from each team in the bin. Corky with lead, Cheapskate now out. Corky working hard. Points and call. Oh no, it's a penalty. Not quite sure what that was for or when it was awarded. They did take their time coming off track. So Corky to the bin. They got their 4 points up before they went. Cheapskate now having an opportunity to have a good chop at the pack. Both packs at full strength. 4D. It's a horrible way to live as a jammer. Looks like some, yes, looks like a little bit of hooky arms going on in there. I would have thought it myself. Lily pushing, not believing it. Cheapskate making the most of it, so that's 4 points back. Even scores, jammer is back on. Here comes Corky. Here, sometimes it's not about what you do on track, it's what it appears you are doing. So you can milk some penalties, you can cause some penalties. There's a power jam call being signalled, but by the Sirens, a little bit of confusion as it was the pivot that went. Cheapskate still doing the laps. 18 seconds left in this jam. Bambi giving them the kiss and saying, no, no, come back, you need a rest. Meanwhile, Corky trying to take that inside line, being denied at the last second. Directional call going against the pivot for the Sirens. So both pivots in the bin at this point. A 12-7 jam in favour of Vice City Rollers. So that 5-point scrape back, 136 to the Sirens at 155. If I do some really quick maths, it won't be appropriate nor will it be accurate, but I'd say 19 points difference. I went with 20 and then just -1. Sometimes I could do factors of 13. Today, it's grim jamming up against M-Dog, and that will all change in a heartbeat. Speaking of which, there goes Grim on the outside line. Beautiful hip slide past. I'm making up my own words for these movements because they're just happening all over the track. And here comes M-Dog in behind. So Sirens pivot still seated in the bin. 10 seconds remaining on their Crimes Against Derby penalty sentence as they've just stood on that whistle. So Geralt now jamming by City Rollers, and that's Bruiser for the Sirens. 2.5 minutes left in this game. Game 6, Div 1 playoff. Both teams have been absolutely amazing. The penalties and the points have been everywhere at all times. Geralt awarded lead. Looks like there was a no pass, no penalty in there somewhere, possibly for the Sirens. Geralt takes lead and calls it off early, maintaining that one blocker advantage on track. 15 points the difference. I was going to say 15 seconds remaining, but it's 1 minute 50. So now for the Sirens, we have Fleabag, and I dare say that's Cheapskate in the green. 4-3 pack advantage to the Rollers. It's only the points that are stopping them from winning. However, Fleabag now being sent, so Power Jam in favour of the Rollers. I hope you're screaming at your sets. Absolutely fantastic game of Derby. I wish I could tell you more and I could give you more facts. I don't have too many. Maybe you can send them in. Yeah, absolute shout out to the penalty box. It has been a hectic time. The scorekeepers have been doing a wonderful job as well. Both jammers now on track. Cheapskate as lead jammer, 4 points up. Fleabag made their way through almost effortlessly. I dare say that's a great O in there as well. There's all that magic that happens that makes the jammers look like they're doing the things. And they're going to run it. Four points to Fleabag. Oh, and a penalty yelled out behind them. Missed the signal, but that's still a Power Jam advantage to Cheapskate. 40 seconds left in the jam. 11 points in it. 9 seconds left on the period clock. I'm not saying there's a sense of urgency and stuff needs to happen, but it needs to happen. That's Whistle Bleed from next door. A little bit of confusion on track. Jammer is standing. Cheapskate coming now through for their fourth scoring pass, should I say. They just need to not undo all this lovely work by City Rollers Wall, absolutely clamping down on Fleabag at the rear. Period clock has run out, jam clock has gone. Unofficial scores up on the board to the Sirens, 7 points, 159. Oh wait, there's still fingers being pointed. Let's wait for that. Sirens 159 by City Rollers 154. Unofficial score, 5 points in favour of the Sirens. Zebras are gathered in their dazzle. I'm going to call it, ladies and gentlemen. That's a Sirens win. There's still a lot of pointing going on in the herd. Possibly additional points. Is waving on track. There's still discussions to be had. And nothing that changes the score. Final score, Sirens 159 by City Rollers 154. Thanks so much for joining us. Hopefully the next few games will be just as exciting. This has been Rogue Trooper for Sun State Roller Derby. Thanking you for joining us for this Game 6 Div 1 playoff. South Sea Roller Derby, South Sea Sirens taking the win against Canberra Roller Derby League by City Rollers.
Dead sound, dead sound. I used to take you on every time that sparkle turned to black. I used to drag you through my streets when you came flying back. But you broke such a bottom, so what have you feel tonight? The eyes of a million girls, that's what they're like. Dead sound, dead sound, dead sound, dead sound. Dead sound, dead sound, dead sound, dead sound.
Let me tell you a story. Introducing the newest Australian Star original series on Disney Plus, Last Days of the Space Age, starring Rada Mitchell.
I've got this job and I think I'm good at it.
Jesse Spencer.
We have rights. We fight for them.
Deborah Mailman.
Staying silent doesn't help anyone.
Ian Glenn.
Someone needs to take control of this family.
Lindan Pham.
People here have no idea what it is like in our countries.
And Thomas Weatherall.
You beauty.
Of auburn hair with ivory skin and eyes of emerald green. Your smile is like a breath of spring. Your voice is soft like summer rain, and I cannot compete with you, Jolene. talks about you in his sleep, and there's nothing I can do to keep from crying when he calls your name, Jolene. And I can easily understand how you could easily take my man, but you don't know